You know what? If you all are having trouble finding like mental health providers or stable help or whatever the case may be, you are not alone. The mental health network in this metropolitan area is such trash. When I tell you that these kids will continue to have the issues that they're having, and parents will continue to fall in the categories of neglect or abuse or abandonment, because this society, as it pertains to people's mental health, doesn't care. It's a monetizing diagnosis. Because the first thing people want to do automatically is put you on medication. And I'm not saying that there are not cases where medication is not only recommended but necessary, but medicine is not only a pill, it's not only a prescription, FDA approved. There are other things. There is talk therapy. There is respite care. Respite care, for those that don't know, is basically when you have people, this can be their profession or it can be someone in your family who basically comes and relieves the parents, the guardians, the caretakers of their responsibilities for a few hours or a weekend or whatever the case may be. So you're not giving up your custody or your rights or anything like that. It's just, I'm so overwhelmed. I need help in the highest form, and one of those highest forms comes in somebody else looking after my child while I go and be without my child. Like, this is a real thing. So when you have those parents who are like, oh, I could never be without my kids and all this other stuff, there's a thing where this is encouraged, where it's supported, where it's allowed. And this is directly attributed to mental health, welfare, mental health care, mental health stability. Do I think every situation where somebody is acting like a fucking nut a mental health case? No, because there are a lot of people out here who have control over their thoughts, behaviors, and emotions. There are others who have extreme difficulty in managing them. And then they end up projecting, or they end up being a harm to themselves. Like, this thing is varying. If you need help, seek it. And don't just seek it and stay, because a lot of people do this in their relationships. Oh, I need a man. First man come around, he's the one, and he ain't the one. But you're too scared to go find somebody else. It's the same with your mental health care. You find that person first. You build some type of rapport. You get a bad vibe off the first visit. You do not have to continue this. Find somebody else. Find somebody else. But make sure that you are always taking care of yourself. Make sure that you are recognizing the signs in your kids, because I'm seeing kids out here who have these extreme conditions and they're being managed like the average child, whatever that standard is supposed to be, where you give a direction or you give a redirection and the child immediately adheres. Not the normal, oh, I'm going to be, a little rambunctious here and there, whatever. Like, these kids be in a constant state of disarray. just do your due diligence in, one, acknowledging things, taking those things seriously, keeping a timeline if you can, observing what triggers certain situations, and your ability to ignore or avoid those triggers, not just for yourself, for your kids too. And as horrible of a parent as I am, I can still make these suggestions because I've had so much trial and error in my parenting. But at the core, my kids are good. I know this. I complain about them all the time. They complain about me. I know I'm everything but mommy and Chanel to them on a lot of occasions. But at the core of it, my kids are good. So I don't have concerns about when they get down to their nitty gritty, if they're going to be a danger to themselves or other people. So have they adopted a lot of my instability? Absolutely, as you all's kids have. But you have to be able to call a duck a duck. I keep saying this, and I've been saying this a lot over the past few weeks too, not even just in my videos, but like in my conversations with people. You have to call a duck so that you feed it properly. Because a duck don't have the same diet as everything else. You can't, like, every bird don't eat the same damn thing. So if it's a duck, feed it what it's supposed to be fed in order to nourish it. Do this with yourself. Do this with your observations of yourself. Call a thing what it is and feed it properly. Or starve it. Starve it. Because there's some things within us that need to be starved as well. This is your mental health PSA for the day, the week, the month, the rest of the year. I just heard today that we have 99 days until Christmas. I'm officially in a mental health downtick. Because why are we counting down to this? More stress.